Good morning. Good morning. Have a lot on my mind, but this is a credit channel, so we're just going to stick to credit. I've never considered the American dream having a house, a nice car, living in a nice neighborhood, working a good job, and having a few dollars in the bank. That has never been the American dream for me. I've never owned a house. I'm 64. I thought my goal was to keep trying to get a house. But that's not my goal now. My goal now is to try to keep a decent credit score, have a little credit, be able to take a trip or two here or there every now and then, and just try to enjoy the rest of my life. Because America is on some bullshit. They're on bullshit with this credit. They're on bullshit with our legal system. And I'm just tired. I'm an empath. And I sit back and I feel shame to be an American. I feel shame that grown men can get away with raping kids and nothing is done. That their family and friends protect them. Even the court system, most of the time, when they have money. Oh, I did say this is a credit channel, so let's get back to that. In 2017, my life started going haywire. I came down with this sudden illness. I couldn't work, couldn't pay my bills, so my credit went from... Now my credit score is higher than it's been since I was probably 21 or 22. And I'm 64 now. I try to make sure that I pay each and every bill on time, pay over the amount on my credit cards, and I mean way over the amount if I use them. Because I went out of town this summer. I went to Texas, Georgia, Florida, Dallas, and California. Now, I didn't stay gone a long time. I really didn't. When I went to Georgia, I was just there overnight. When I went to Florida, I was just there for 2 nights. When I went to Dallas, I was there for 2 nights. Went to California a couple of weeks ago. I was there for 4 nights. Spent $300 in a hotel for 2 nights. Waste of money, trust me. This hotel offered nothing much. Went back. Didn't stay overnight. So it's not like I'm having the trips of my life. No, I'm not. But I can get up and go using my credit and then pay this credit off. It feels good to just be able to just get up and go somewhere, even if it's for a couple of days, as a senior citizen. Because most people that live in the building that I live in, they can't. They're stuck. Because a lot of them say credit don't mean anything to them. Credit has always meant something to me. And I'm glad that I have a very decent credit score now. Credit Karma at one point said that I had a very poor chance of getting a certain credit card that I already had in my possession. I took that certain credit card, waited 6 months, requested an increase, and they gave me double the increase. Now, as far as credit, I have less credit than I had back in 2017, but I got enough to where I can go somewhere and spend one night, go to a Jimmy John's or go to a fairly nice restaurant like Applebee's or Olive Garden and enjoy a nice meal. Catch a plane there, catch a plane back, or catch a plane there and catch a bus back and be content. Because that's all that I'm looking forward to now. It's just trying to be content for the rest of my life. Staying to myself, minding my business, not getting in other people's business. And I'm glad that in 2021, although my mom tried to do everything in her power to keep me from receiving disability, she tried her best to block it with her witchcraft, like she has been doing all of my life. God didn't allow it because I wouldn't give her the information that she needed. But trust me, she tried. It pissed her off. She tried her last-ditch effort, tried threatening me, and I still wouldn't give her the information that she needed. But since 2021, I started rebuilding my credit. And now I can say I have decent credit. I suffer from depression, but now I can say I can finally go past my front door, go out of the state of Nevada for at least 1 or 2 days to clear my head. And I thank God. I'm telling you guys that if you pay your bills the way you're supposed to pay them on time, don't try to apply for too much. Create a budget. You'll get there. Did I ever think that I would get here? Not really. But with changes, I did. I did. And so can you. And when you get here, just because you can get approved for this, that, and the other, don't lose your mind. Don't do it. I was on one of my apps this morning, and it was telling me that I'm now able to borrow money. I looked at it, and I went, I don't care. I don't need it. Borrow it for what? So I have to pay it back? Borrow it when I don't need it? No. Now, if it's telling me that that money is still available in January, I may borrow it. Because I have a small business that I'm trying to do some things for Valentine's Day. But at this time, nah, not losing my mind. Because that's what a lot of us do. When we start getting approvals and we start getting higher limits, we don't know how to keep those limits 30% and under. We don't know how to keep those limits 20% and under. We don't know how to keep those limits 10% and under. We don't know how to keep those limits 5% and under. A lot of us get a credit card with a good limit, and the first thing we want to do is go on vacation. And when I say vacation, I don't mean going for 1 or 2 days and staying in the cheapest motel that you can and going to a class to learn something. I mean, they want to go to a hotel that's going to cost them $100 or $200 a night, stay a week, not learn anything, so it's not a tax write-off. Go to the nicest restaurant and spend $50 to $70 a night. That's stupid. That's stupid. Because when I took my trips this summer, I went to learn to earn, except for Texas. But I drove to Texas with some friends, stayed at a friend's house until I left them and went to Georgia. When I went to Georgia, I went to a balloon class. I left Georgia, went to Jacksonville, took the bus down and took the bus back to Georgia to a party favors class. When I went to Dallas, I went to another party favors class and an AI class. When I went to California, it was to visit my son and to see the festival of plays that he produced and got together. So I'm not out here just taking wild vacations. You know why? Because I realized I can't. I got to keep things in perspective. I have a budget that I have to keep in line in order to continue having good credit. The last negative thing that I had on my credit report was Santander Consumer USA. This car loan has been on my credit report since 2011. And finally, it's off of 1. The next date is the 20th. It should be coming off the 20th of this month. And I won't have anything negative on my report, finally, once in my life. And it feels good. It feels good to have those green marks. But even with that, my credit average, I'm still in the red because I had to rebuild. I'm not trying to get any higher. It'll happen over time. But what I do have, I just want to be able to, like I said, enjoy myself. If you create a budget, pay your bills on time, let those negative things fall off if you can't afford to pay them, you'll reach a good credit score. Get on YouTube, find some different tricks and trades and who's giving out credit, because 2 of my cards I actually got because I got on YouTube and they were talking about 2 of these cards. My credit union, I applied for a $500 loan back in April because I was doing a kiosk in May for Mother's Day. When she had me on the phone for the loan, she asked me if I wanted to apply for a credit card. And I was like, hey, you can try. Because another credit union of mine wouldn't give me a credit card because they said that I was paying 50%, using 50% of my income for my rent, which is true. I pay 62% of my income in rent. The credit union didn't give me the $500 loan, but they gave me 3 times that amount for a credit card. I was like, okay, good. So I took that credit card and I got that $500 off of that credit card, paid for my kiosk so I could make some more money. That's the only thing I'm trying to do now, is figure out ways how I can increase my income to make more money, but keep my credit score good. That's all I have to say, guys. Pay your bills, create a budget, get those bills paid on time, and you'll see your credit start to grow. Even on things like Klarna, Affirm, Afterpay, Zip. But just because you have those things, don't lose your mind. Be blessed and have a good day.